Interstate 95 in Nevada is long, empty, and silent. Miles of open desert, abandoned gas stations, and old motels that most travelers don't even look at twice. But one of those motels became the center of a case that still confuses investigators: the disappearance of Daniel Reese, a 33-year-old traveler who checked into a room and then vanished without opening the door again. On March 2, 2018, Daniel was driving from Reno to Las Vegas. He texted his sister that the drive was making him tired and he'd stop at the first motel he found. At 9:41 p.m., CCTV shows him pulling into an old roadside motel called Desert Palms Inn. He walked into the lobby, paid in cash, held his small overnight bag, and walked toward room 12. He looked calm, normal, and tired. Nothing unusual at all. At 10:03 p.m., he entered his room. The hallway camera recorded the door closing, and that is the last visual of Daniel ever captured. The next morning, the cleaning staff knocked on room 12 at 11 a.m. No response. They knocked again, still nothing. Finally, they used the master key, but the chain lock from the inside stopped the door. That meant only one thing: the door was locked and chained from inside. The staff assumed Daniel was asleep and left. At 3 p.m., the motel manager tried again because the checkout time had passed. Same situation: the door locked from inside. This time, the staff called out louder. No sound, no movement, only a TV playing static. Worried something might have happened, they used a tool to push the chain lock free. When they opened the door completely, they found an empty room. Daniel's jacket was on the chair, his phone charger plugged into the wall, his shoes neatly placed near the bed, his wallet on the table. Everything looked like a man who had unpacked to sleep for the night. But Daniel himself was gone. The windows had no signs of tampering. The bathroom door was open and empty. The bedsheet was slightly wrinkled, as if someone had sat on it but never slept. And here's the detail that disturbed investigators the most: the room key card was still inside. Nobody leaves their room key on the table unless they're officially checking out. Police reviewed the motel camera footage again. Daniel entered room 12 at 10:03 p.m. After that, no one exited. Not through the door, not through the window, not through any fire exit. It was as if he entered a room and simply never walked out. To make the case stranger, the footage showed something odd. At 2:19 a.m., the hallway camera captured a faint shadow moving right beneath room 12's door. It didn't look like footsteps. The shadow didn't match the shape of any person. It stretched unnaturally long, like something passing in front of a light source, except there was no light source outside that door at all. Audio captured by a nearby guest revealed a soft knock at 2:22 a.m., followed by what sounded like a low humming noise. The guest assumed it was the TV, but Daniel's TV was found on static, no sound at all. Investigators searched every inch of the motel. No secret doors, no shared vents large enough for a person, no tunnels under the building, no signs of forced entry, nothing missing, nothing stolen, like Daniel Reese simply evaporated. His car was still parked outside the room. His wallet had cash. His phone was inside the room, powered off. It has never been turned on since. Every logical explanation, escape, kidnapping, robbery, accident, all fall apart because the door was locked from the inside. A crime leaves evidence. A person who runs away leaves a trail. Someone breaking in leaves damage. But room 12 had none of that. The investigators who worked the case say the same thing even today. What happened inside that room doesn't fit reality. Some locals believe the motel sits on land with strange history. Others believe Daniel sleepwalked. Some say he opened the door, walked outside, and wasn't captured on camera because something blocked the footage. But that still doesn't explain the locked chain from inside. And so, on a quiet stretch of Nevada highway, Room 12 remains an unsolved mystery. A man walked into a room, and whatever happened next left behind nothing but silence.